Glad that all is here. Salama, meaning hello in Swahili. So I'm going to have some things I'll be reading from, and I would suggest you would want to take notes. So it will be just a moment. I am sending messages and waiting on a couple more people to tune in. Um, let's see here. Make sure I have the mic up loud enough. Okay, let's see. I think that's good. Yeah. All right. We're going to speak on a couple things that is relevant as of right now, and we're going to prepare for the future on some things. I'm looking to the opposite side and not direct because I have my computer going with my notes. Let's see. Um, Trust all is well. Um, Familiar with my candle. Let's see what I like here. There we go. All right, see my Reiki candle. Manifestation. I have Instagram going live as well. So therefore I have two different audience and I will be answering questions from YouTube and Instagram. So I'm excited and let's light her up. Got some wardrobe issues here. So, um, I have been in a good space, and forgive me for my nails. I didn't have time to go and get my nails done. Had family not well, and so asked for to overlook that. And there you go. Ashay. Let's set her right here with some books that I have. Let me see here. So I will be giving suggestions from books that I received my information from. So let's hear. I hear echoing. Mm-hmm. Bad. All right. All right. Let's speak on the last quarter of the moon. So it was a waning crescent moon. So therefore, when you are in that area of finishing up things, that is the significant time that you want to take on finished projects, um, having bills paid on time. You have relationship issues. You want to follow up and be on a good note in that chapter with good communication. So um, you just pretty much don't want anything to linger. That's all that I'm saying. So, what do you do during that time? Those are the things that I just suggested to self approve the unwanted tendencies. Now, let's speak of that during that time. You have any addictions that you desiring to ward off? You would want to work on that. Um, you are seeking inside spiritual guidance. You would take that time and look within, giving yourself time to fast, a meditation, I would say, space where you are alone with no disturbance. During the last quarter, you would want to forgive yourself during that 28, 31 days and let go. You have unfinished business as far as with parents that you not had clarity. You would make the decision to allow disagreement to be peace and make peace with it. There are any suicidal depression emotions, that's the time that you will go within and release the overwhelming desire to walk away from this earth planet and seek counseling, someone that you trust and worthy. Um, so that's speaking of the last quarter. Now, um, we're here and looking at the time of the equinox now. So my question is, what are you doing during this time? You should be actively um, doing something with the soul, because that should have been a plan during the last quarter of a schedule of what you would be doing during the equinox. Now the equinox is here. You will want to prepare for the winter solstice. Always be ahead. Don't wait. If you're going to do a moon ritual, don't wait until the day of before you plan to do something. At least give it, I would say, 7 to 3 days of preparation. And you would find that more would be received. So that means that you would be practicing knowledge, gaining wisdom of the future, preparing for the unknown consciousness, which allow you to tap into the supernatural of self. So I suggest to unplug. That means self-purge. So I suggest those are the things that you will want to do to tap into your divine self. Now, I'm not sure if you understand or understand stand up, you know, you know what I'm saying. That you would want to find the sun within during the equinox, and you know that the sun, it sparingly gives you a shine during the winter. So when you get it, you want to appreciate it. So I suggest that you take on the information that I'm going to give you, because that sun shining is going to allow you understand the intuition of self or the foolery of self. So you would distinguish which one. That's one thing. And then the planets will tell you how you should be acting, you know. Now, this is a book that I recommend. Um, Let me look here to I got this book way before my daughter was born. And it was a very good book for myself, because I am visual, um, to know exactly who these energies are. So I suggest, and it is beautiful. So um, this is one of the things that you would want to do. Excuse me, I have different statues of Anubis, and he always is at my door to protect, you know, and you find that you will have beautiful. Okay, I'm going to sit it there. Um, Art, paper art, if you're visual. And what it does is it tells your story. Why I take this out? Because if you understand the mythology of this world and underworld, you would know your own self intuition, um, your super consciousness versus foolery. And this history, and it's just parallel phrases. What word am I looking for? examples, um, parables, stories that will allow you to connect and allow you to get a better insight, which is using your third eye chakra. This here was very, very informative. Very, very informative. All right. So your children will enjoy it. I tend to think, and the reason why I say think because it's dealing with people that you can't know. Huh. Know thyself is every day, baby. So, anyways, let's speak of the deepness of the um, um, of the solar system. Um, I would like to speak on the mystery of the sun and the energy that is connected with the sun. So therefore, that means that with the energy, let's speak of the health meridians of the body during the time of the equinox that I'm speaking of, because we preparing, all right? So the equinox that I am speaking of, you would want to focus on the center of the heart. So therefore, during the time of the winter equinox, you would want to have the sun to prick the heart, so to speak. So that means that it's not just sunbathing on the face, you are having the exposure of the chest area. So, why is that significant? Because it brings you balance of connecting with the planets, cosmos, the realms of um, dimensions, and you want to connect with those systems. And so, therefore, I am loving the fact that you choose the action of the planet system to be able to have a higher vibration because we choose to use the body system on feelings and the energy system. And that's with frequency. But never, I should say never, not most times, we use the planet to heal the body. Now, I I know that the many planets, will instinctively attune with the chakras in the body. You would want to research that. Um, Definitely research it. Why are we speaking about the deep magic of the equinox? Why? Because we always prepare for harvest. We prepare for spring. We prepare for summer. But however, we lay awake with very little movement during winter solstice. So, to be well grounded, we would want to connect with all seasons, active, dwelling on the earth plane, moving as the earth does. So, at all times. And I do it because I have many people pulling on me, asking me many questions of how to just exist with pressure. Because hell, it's pressure getting out of the damn bed to want to go and commit to some of the things that is necessary. That's a necessity in life. So, Spirit said to me during the time that I was cooking those pinto beans, it's ancestry to saying, all right, we did good spring, summer, we're doing good fall, but I want some good ass food. And I'm not talking about no damn uh, Thanksgiving and Christmas, New Year's. I want some good food. And I would like for you to be consistent with feeding us. They ain't used the word consistent. They pretty much just said, feed us every day, like you normally do. Give us some damn food, right? That's all right. Yeah, we can do that. Be glad to do that. I have a 5-year old that blesses the altar. This time, she put money and um, she went and got chocolate from one of the family members. Because I don't give her that type of food. She rarely gets that. So she went and put chocolate on the altar. Okay. Now I can teach her that. Not about chocolate. I didn't. She puts her toys on the altar. She goes out and and nature walk and pick up different items to bring to the altar. It's our family altar. Whew. Drinking detox bitter purgants. I mean purgants um, for the body. Ooh, it is so nasty. So now, different people asking questions, emails and different things of that nature. You would want to be well grounded. People pulling on you, like they pull on my ass, left and right, and even it's a, it can be a situation where you're just sucking, um, and you're looking for saliva to replenish your tongue because it has been some draining conversations. Advice, spiritual work. And this here is like not being paid. I'm not speaking of services. So people pulling, on me is like pulling on dick and click. Pulling, that's if you like it. And so I suggest that you find yourself in a place to ground 365 days. All right, let's go. All right, let's speak of, before I go there, with defining your intuition versus your foolery. No, I won't say something. Oh, this is your intuition. Um, yeah, bringing balance. This is your intuition. This here, alchemy, planet system that we're still speaking of. The number 5, which I had given this number out this week. It just came. I didn't even know uh, about the retrograde and the Mercury, excuse me, being in relation of 5. I had just found it out when I pulled this book out. And it says about the elements also is air. So, therefore, if you're out in an atmosphere and you are seeking interpretation of your intuition, this is how you know that you're on point. Um, you'll be walking in um, idea righteousness. And I'm speaking of righteousness in the aspect of the service of your ancestors, the God or goddess that is in you. You would have patience. Your mood would be of greatness. Um, you would have the pleasure of seeing yourself in a divinity of the essence of you. This is the intuition of self. And you know that you're on the right track. It's not the fact that you're looking at the interpretation, because we get so deep into that. You're looking at the purpose of the cause. Now, what I tend to use for the purpose of the call, how are you acting? That's the question of the day. Um, are you acting on behalf of yourself, or are you acting on the behalf of what was spiritually given to you? Oh, that candle smells so good. Not just because I made it and it manifests. It just smells excellent. It just shifted me somewhere else. However, I come back. Here I am. Now, is it putting you in a way of acting out to the extreme of wanting to come back and clean up, apologize, and all those things that I'm speaking of as far as the acting out? Are you acting as a god, a goddess? Um, you're acting of grace. You're acting of togetherness as far as a unified spiritual movement, for others. What are you doing during the time that you're deciphering, um, distinguishing what is and what isn't? Now, you have the positive and a negative. Some people don't even know what that is. So I'm just gonna just keep it moving. Let's speak of the number six that is in Venus, because the reason why I said six in Venus earlier, speaking of the equinox of the heart being centered, Venus is the planet that heals all, the upper and the lower chakra. So I say you would want to look at the humanism of the heart before you make a decision. And what that says, is it the same as the I would say mundane? What do you mean? Whenever spirituality tap in, because we can't be spiritual all day and all night, and damn 24/7, and but every moment being spiritual. Well, some people can, some people can. I can't. Mm-mm. Need to turn it off and lay my ass down somewhere. I don't. Mm-mm. And what I'm meaning by I don't, because spirituality is in us. What I'm saying is, I'm not down for the work. I'm not ready for a project. That's what I mean. I'm not ready to share. I need a damn break. So that's what I'm saying. So I know when to turn it off and see about the person within. And that is the spiritualist prophet, Alicia. I must see about on a daily basis. Save some for me. Now, the peacemaker. Just think about biblically where Saul chased David to no end and did everything that could be possibly done to harm him. Um, let's speak on peacemaking then. You know your breaking point. You feeling any of that? Um, that touch of act is not being spiritual. All right. So we want to remove the judgmental, opinionated, self righteous stubbornness, outspoken, just outspoken, out of order. Always want to be heard. Always want to let everyone know that you were right. Always want to say, this is what I said to this person, just to let us know that you clocked somebody. It ain't spiritual, it's not intentional. It's just you and your bullshit. So therefore, allow your work to speak for itself. Allow your being to reveal to yourself. So therefore, being authentic and true, you should know of you. If not, find someone that can give you a reflection that you trust and measure you up and put you on a path that you would like to go on. Now, I didn't say Venus was Earth. Venus is Earth. So you're dealing with air and you're dealing with Earth. Um, huh. Not sure if my book is here that I'm interested in. Um, mm, just pull out these down. Smells so lovely. Give gratitude. Let me see which one these books had. I think it's first on there. All right, for Mercury, the angel that you would use is Raphael. So it says, summoned to protect during times of changes and unlevelness, unheaviness, travel, mental stress. So therefore, you're dealing with the color yellow. So what you want to do is draw a 8-point star and put everything in reverse. Yeah, time is not important. You can always go back in time. You do that, no problem at all. Um, so your safeguard is what we always want to protect ourselves and everything. I apologize about my clothes and everything. Thought I had myself together. That's what my spiritual son says. Right, I got to get myself together. Yeah, Ryan. Spiritual mama need to get herself together. Nah. Um, let's go on. I don't have a book that I want to share with you, but however, we're gonna keep it moving. Let me see if there's any questions here. Um, all right. Namaste. Truly blessed. I greatly appreciate you rocking with me. Any questions? Let me go over here on this. Yeah, don't see anything. For the live on Instagram. Any questions? All right. Now, I have a book that you would want to oh, I appreciate you thinking about me. I'm glad somebody is. Matter of fact, speaking of ancestry spirit, um, I had a client say that she had been just thinking about me, and she sent me an email through the website. And so she said she wanted to financially bless me and also come and help me on the farm. And I thought that was just so sweet. Now, this is change for me to receive um, in this space that I am in now. Before receiving and everything, I didn't have any issues with it at all because I learned very early um, when you put something in, you get it back in return. So being prideful in the aspect of receiving, that which came upon me maybe about a month and a half ago. And it's amazing how you put that behavior away and the habit comes back. Find its way of coming back to fuck with you. You know, as she was speaking to me, and I felt the love and the gratitude, and she was stating how I blessed her and some things I do, I don't even remember to be honest. But however, um, she shared that the instruction I gave her, she taken it, she did take it to heart, and she took her 1 year to follow through, trusting herself, and now she's in a better place than what she was when she first met me. And for her to reach out to me with love, I truly thank the ancestors. I give gratitude to the ancestors, and um, would like to continue loving on you all so you can think about me. Yes, you hear me truly blessed. So, anyways, let's see. I want to tell you something. The ancestry spirit has always been so dear to me, but I didn't realize it until like recently. In years, I did not understand, but I found this here, and I have so many books. There's so many books as you see in the background, but I had this here, and I was a devout Christian. Oh, I'm telling you, devout Christian. And the spirit led me to this book way back then. This probably 2000. And so what I'm saying is, what's in you, it stays alive. It don't go anywhere. And here I am, just only giving praise to my ancestors and allow them to be legends in this day. They wasn't edified and glorified when they, I can speak of like my blood that I know, my grandmothers, my grandfathers, they wasn't glorified. Um, they was still in the era of picking cotton and, selling moonshine and being a slave to religion and, and those different things. And so my spirit is rising them up in a greater place. All right. Now, and that's what we do for them, and that's why they look out for us. Now, um, I would like to share now. I'm going to go on into the um, the ingredients for preparing yourself the equinox has herbs that is related to it for the body. So we want to speak on that. And so let's speak on the sun. The sun has a representation of the element of your body. I just learned that. I didn't know it, not at all. And then I start looking at, um, the moon and, so far. But, anyways, let's speak of the planets of the body. Sun. Sun governs your head, all the structures of the bone in your body. It constitutes the blood flow of your body, the brain, your bowel, not the intestines. Intestines and the bowels are two different things. Okay? All right. So, and it also now the digestive system, the organ of your voice, all this from the sun. Your right eye, if you're a woman, and your left eye, if you are a man. Amazing. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. All this came from me, you know, researching. So I don't have a researching team. For me, researching, I gathered this because one person asked me to distinguish the intentions of self or foolery. So, um, Spirit give me more information, um, so you can just be able to connect with yourself. Now, with the ingredients that is going to assist with the equinox, you can drink this, you can take a bath, you can make a mojo with it, you can do foot care, you can do dry body rub with these herbs. So, this is what it gives to you. It provides this herb is Jupiter berry. So it creates boundaries, spirit and human. Um, you can add it to gin as a drink of alcohol, and what it does is it brings a potency of spirituality. I can put this. Um, you go on a vortex, it's sturgeon, you know. So that's what it does when you put it in alcohol. It gives you the power in your brain to have discernment and discipline. Allows you to speak with importance and not emotions. It is an inner work for shadow um, work, inner shadow work. That sounds better. It clears your fears and it also cleanses your household. So it is a spiritual cleansing. Now, cumin, cumin, you have that herb. And what it does is it stops your lover from wandering. A lot of people want to think that, all right, wandering as far as another um, gender, which is hoe hopping. That's one stops your significant other from wandering as far as having addictions to things that cost more to get out of wondering. And what I'm meaning by that particular thing, you right now you have people that is all in for um I don't know if I can say this or not, for investments. That's a better word. You have people that is wondering imprecisive of jobs with commitment, wondering about religion. So it is the wondering where the mind is overworking and compensating in certain areas. Staying too long, don't know when to get out fast. All right. Oh, that candle smells so good. Mm, mm, I did it. I've been working on it. It's master. Now it's good. I ain't gonna say it's master because I may add something else to it. You just don't know what spirits say. Yeah, but all right, let's go on into um it pretty much gives you a medical condition of healing. Um it is a magical property. If you have any questions on any of these, if you want me to go in detail, let me know. It helps your nails grow, your hair grow very long, and it also adds shine to your hair. Um, so it ensure you about the truth of your relationship. The next herb is rosemary. Rosemary is a herb that is pure. You know, remember they want to get it to Mary, was just another story. And okay, all right, purification, improving memory. I need that in my life. It does attract love. Um, and when you're getting married, you would like to add rosemary somewhere. Could be in a bouquet, or um, it could be a spray that's infused. Could be a cream, which Sue Creation, she makes that rosemary cream, which is lovely. Um, Anyways, what it does is it's preserve and keep the marriage new. So that's a good one. All right, and so it relieves stress. It cleans the room in the aspect of if you have breathing difficulties, and it allow you to achieve higher consciousness. Rosemary. I'm drinking this like it's good, but it ain't. I don't want to put that out there, but it's good for me. But now, rosemary, what it does is it's it pretty much is the origin of masculinity, the sun, and fire. So, however, if you have an altar, you would want to put that in the area of fire that you have, or if you have a crystal grid, that's the area you would want to place it. Yarrow. Yarrow is his to be left a friend, um, protection, love. It is a good herb to gift someone. Um, it reawaken the spiritual um, mindset. So what I'm saying about that is it pretty much opens up the Akashic records in the in the area, and when that is done, you would find yourself doing some extraordinary things. All right, so let's go to oh yeah, it's excellent with womb healing. Um, and don't look at it being like an open womb or anything of that nature. It could be a womb from hurt where you have just got your face cracked. You put that yarrow up there and massage it, you know, and look for wholeness in it. It is a ritual for divination, which the Africans call divination. Devil. But anyways, so it's good for that. And it is a feminine herb, and it derives from Venus. The element is water. Now, okay, pepper. That's good. Ancestors love pepper. Love it. All right. So you're you're going to I think I can see that for these glasses. It's a little heavy. It's excellent for associating with God and Goddess. Um, and it is an excellent weapon for war and victory, conquering. So it's different things you have to do with that herb to receive it, make it manifest, come forward. The other is pepper is good for the eye chakra. So therefore, what it does is it brings it alive, activate it. It brings courage, um, masculine energy, creativity, passion, mm, ambition, and it governs um, um, yourself as an individual, um, yourself as far as you knowing that it's no one else but me and I have to make it happen. That's the only way I know to state that for pepper. You have a strong presence. The other is rue. Rue is excellent for hexing, breaking curses, warn off evil eyes. What do you mean by evil eyes? Evil eyes is like people internally see you and have vengeance or hatred or uh, covenants. Me and my sister, Celicia, we didn't even know what jealousy was because we came from people who shared love. I mean, shared love greatly. We didn't know what jealousy was. So we went on in life meeting people that was wanting what we had. And it's weird because it never was the material things. They wanted our soul. That's deep. That's deep. Very, very deep. We always were grateful just being in a place of celebrating people for whatever their self worth were. And then to have someone who just despise you because they want to become you and share your energy with others just to be whatever it is that they think that you are. All right, Instagram. I appreciate you. You want to go to my YouTube page? It's the same. Just go that well not go. Just go to YouTube and put in Alicia Spiritual Chant, and you'll see me live there. Peace. So, yeah, there is something that will assist with that, which is true. And then you have the witches that they seem to think is a traditional witch that comes from um, Ireland and um, you know that has the ability of exorcism, hexing, sacrificing, and different things like that. Everybody has their own story of where witches come from, but anyways, Rue is what will assist with that. Now, mental illness, mental ability to feel suicidal, Rue spells that. Um, Rue is excellent to use to free diseases. Rue is excellent to assist. I'm gonna use that word for migraines, major headaches. Okay, so what does it represent? Masculinity. It has the origin elements from Mars and it's fire. So those are what you have. Now, how do you utilize it? All right, hold on. I need glasses. Okay. Um, let's see here. There we go. All right. See, I don't have the book with me. It's Oils and Brew. That's the name of the book. Um, so these is the brews that I spoken up. And what it says is you set a glass or a crystal container of pure water, and you set it outside, and you allow the sun to purify the water, and then therefore it would filter, filter through, and give you water, a purity that you can drink. And then you would put the herbs inside of that glass, that jar. You can use a cork or just a aluminum lid, not plastic. You place those herbs inside of there, or the oils, because you know you can use that too. You place it inside of it. And again, I don't have no measurements or nothing like that. Mm-mm. Use spirit to tell you how much to put in there, and all that. Okay, all right. Now you put that. Now you cover it, close it tightly, and allow it to sit in the sun. And so it would seep in the sun. You get it out of the sun. You probably want to allow it to just sit in the sun about um, during this time, because remember we preparing for the uh, for the uh, for the winter solstice. So you know during this time we're here in Georgia. It has been hot in September, hot days. So if it's hot outside, allow it to seep for at least about 2.5 hours. But if you're feeling a true fall, I would say about 4 hours. You can allow it to sit. All right. And then what you do with it, you can drink it, or you can sprinkle it around your house to remove negative energy, evil energy. It's temporary now. Okay. You want to just, you know, whenever you're feeling something, you just want to just dazzle throughout the house. Um, so drinking it would be during the time that you're you desire to take on any of the essence that I just spoken to you about, all of the meanings and different things of that nature. So that's what you would want to do. Um, so is there any questions? I'm looking at the computer, trying to get back here. Hold on. Okay. Um, all right, I'm just making sure I got you everything on here. All right. So, um, that's pretty much all that I have. I'm learning to be in a space of just speaking to the camera. I normally use Zoom, and it's always someone communicating with me. It's like speaking to dead air. Um, However, I'm here. Um, so I'm thinking that it's here. I did have more information. Let me see if I can memorize it. Because this here is due to the winter solstice. Solstice. What you would want to do is this is the physical stance. The physical. Okay. The winter solstice is birth. So Mother Universe is birthing out of the shift for us to get to that cycle. Now, all of the things that you desire to birth. You want to write that down. Some people use vision boards or whatnot. You definitely would want to keep it in mind and check it off as you go. So after that, you have, let's see here, you have the stance, which is squatting. Hold on just a second. Yesterday, well, yeah, yesterday my sister signed me up for a crochet class. I enjoyed it. It was a space where I had clear thoughts. I didn't have a whole lot to be thinking about. Um, I met some people and it was real sweet. So I enjoyed myself. Now, what you're doing with the stance, I had to um, look that up here. What you're doing with the stance and you're squatting and getting ready to have the baby. Um, the ancient underground, which is a burial stance chamber, and what it is called is hyprogene. So when you go through that chamber of unlocking and releasing, that that is the records of what your intuition, your work that you've done, because you got to earn it to release it, and you go into development. So after it gets here, whatever it is, once it gets here, you should already have and planned what you're going to, how you're going to develop it into a state of the arts. So it needs to be exactly the way that your vision were in the beginning. So in order for you to get that stance and see if you're really, really committed, um, devoted, have the patience, squat until you feel that chamber open. Well, what are you speaking of? Well, when that chamber opens, that means that you will no longer think of the physical harm or the physical pains and aches that you're feeling squatting. You will feel the energy of receiving the birth and releasing the birth. And so once once the hypergene progress into that dark hole, you're going to amplify the illumination of light. And once that light comes, which is a smoke from the walls of your vagina, what is the vagina? If you know, we're using that. What is it? It's a lifeline. It's blood, plasma. You gotta have it throughout the whole body, just like the heart is just as important as the heart, and it has to be clean blood. So, in essence, you would want to make sure you're one with that. if you ever don't see the light, you need to call me. Just send me an email. Um, we would need to address some things. That means you have some major blockage in your chakras, or you have become desensitized, you know? So, all right. I am 2 hours in. No, oh, I'm not. Thought I was. Good thing I put my glasses on. Okay, so we'll be here an hour and 16 minutes. Um, I have shared what I think would be beneficial, at least get you started. So I should speak to you soon, and and know that all is well. Peace and love. Feed your ancestors. Ashe.